Welcome to TechCast by Raqmedia.com, your quick stop for the latest tech news, smart hacks, and cutting-edge updates. Stay informed, stay ahead. Let's dive in.
Welcome back to the Raqmedia TechCast, your one daily stop for the latest tech news and trends.
That's right.
Today,
Yes.
we're diving into the world of AI
Okay.
and a new model that has everyone buzzing,
All right.
Qwen 2.5 Max. It's claiming to be a major leap forward in AI intelligence.
Yeah.
And we're here to figure out if that's just hype or the real deal.
That's a great question, and it's certainly generating a lot of excitement.
For good reason.
For a good reason.
Yeah.
The Qwen team just released a blog post outlining some pretty remarkable capabilities.
All right, so let's get into the specifics. What exactly makes Qwen 2.5 Max so special?
One of the key factors is its architecture.
Okay.
It's a mixture of expert model, often called MOE.
MOE.
Instead of one massive neural network trying to do it all, MOE uses multiple smaller networks, each specialized in a particular task or area of knowledge.
So it's dividing and conquering, but for AI.
Exactly. This allows the model to handle far more data and tackle more complex tasks. And speaking of data, Qwen 2.5 Max was trained on a data set of over 20 trillion tokens.
20 trillion. That's an almost unimaginable amount of information.
Yeah, that's a lot.
What does that even mean in practical terms?
So to put it in perspective, imagine all the text contained in the Library of Congress.
Okay.
Now multiply that by 1,000. That's the scale of the data set we're talking about.
Wow.
This massive amount of training data allows Qwen 2.5 Max to develop a deep understanding of language and the world around us.
So it's like this AI has absorbed a library beyond anything humans have ever created.
It's pretty incredible.
But how do we know if it's actually smarter than previous models? That's where those benchmark tests come in, right?
Precisely. The Qwen team put Qwen 2.5 Max through its paces, and the results are impressive.
All right.
They used a benchmark called MMLU Pro,
MMLU Pro.
which tests knowledge across a range of college-level subjects.
So like a comprehensive exam for AI.
It is essentially a comprehensive exam, and Qwen 2.5 Max actually outperformed another leading model, DeepSeek V3, on this test.
So it's not just memorizing facts, it's actually demonstrating a grasp of complex concepts.
Yes.
That's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
What other benchmarks did they use?
They also tested its coding abilities using Live Code Bench.
Live Code Bench. Okay.
This benchmark evaluates how well an AI can write code, and Qwen 2.5 Max again demonstrated impressive capabilities surpassing several other models.
So this AI could potentially write its own code.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about.
That's both fascinating and a little unnerving.
Right.
What about more general problem-solving skills?
For that, they used Live Bench and Arena Hard benchmarks that assess a model's ability to understand and respond to complex instructions. And once again, Qwen 2.5 Max performed exceptionally well across the board.
So it really does seem to be pushing the boundaries of what AI can achieve.
It really does.
If you're just joining us, you're listening to the Raqmedia TechCast,
Yes.
your daily dose of tech news and analysis. And today we're deep diving into the world of AI with Qwen 2.5 Max. Be sure to check out Raqmedia.com
Good website.
for more in-depth coverage of this and other cutting-edge technologies.
Absolutely.
Now back to Qwen 2.5 Max. We've been talking about its impressive performance, but how accessible is this technology? Can anyone tap into its power?
That's one of the most exciting aspects. The Qwen team has already made the API for Qwen 2.5 Max available through Alibaba Cloud.
Hold on, what's an API again? For our listeners who might not be as familiar with the term.
Think of an API as a set of rules that allows different software programs to talk to each other.
So it's like a universal translator for software.
Exactly.
Right.
So the API allows other developers to integrate Qwen 2.5 Max's capabilities into their own applications.
Got it. So it opens up a world of possibilities for creating new and innovative AI-powered tools.
It does.
And to make things even easier, the Qwen team provided some Python code examples in their blog post.
That's right.
It really seems like they're making this technology accessible to a wider audience.
Absolutely. The barriers to entry are getting lower, which means more people can experiment with and explore the potential of AI.
That's amazing. But all these benchmarks and technical details are starting to make my head spin.
I can imagine.
Can we take a step back and talk about what this all means in practical terms?
Yeah.
What are the real-world applications for a model like Qwen 2.5 Max?
Sure, its potential is vast. Imagine a world where you can have natural conversations with your devices, where they understand your intent and respond in a truly human-like way.
Like those voice assistants we have now, but on a whole other level.
Exactly. Think about customer service chatbots that can actually solve complex problems, or personal assistants that can help you manage your life more intelligently.
Wow.
It's about taking the power of AI and making it truly helpful and intuitive for everyone.
That sounds incredible. What about other fields? Could Qwen 2.5 Max be used in areas like education or healthcare?
Absolutely. In education, imagine AI tutors that can personalize lessons to each student's needs, or even create entirely new learning experiences.
That would be game-changing.
And in healthcare, AI could assist doctors in diagnosis, analyze medical images, or even develop new treatment plans.
So the possibilities are truly endless.
They really are.
It's amazing to think about the potential impact on so many different industries. But before we get too carried away, let's address the elephant in the room. The Quinn team suggested that Qwen 2.5 Max could eventually surpass human intelligence. Is that even possible?
It's certainly a bold claim.
And what would that look like?
It's a bold statement, but given the pace of advancement in AI, it's not entirely out of the realm of possibility. What surpassing human intelligence actually means is still up for debate.
Yeah, I mean, does it mean outperforming humans on every task or developing a form of consciousness?
Right, these are questions we'll need to grapple with as AI continues to evolve.
It's a lot to consider and leads to another big question. What role will humans play in a world where AI is potentially more intelligent than us?
That's a question that philosophers and scientists will be debating for years to come. But I believe that AI at its core is a tool.
A tool.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for ill. The key is to ensure that we develop and use AI responsibly, ethically, and in a way that benefits humanity.
That's a great point. We need to be thoughtful about the future we're creating with this technology. Before we wrap up part 1 of our deep dive into Qwen 2.5 Max, I'd like to remind everyone to visit Raqmedia.com for more in-depth coverage of this and other fascinating tech developments. When we come back, we'll continue exploring the potential of Qwen 2.5 Max, looking at the developer tools and what the future might hold. Stay tuned.
Sounds good. Welcome back to the Raqmedia TechCast.
It's fascinating to think about the potential of Qwen 2.5 Max, especially now that it's accessible through Alibaba Cloud's API. It seems like this technology is moving from the realm of research labs into the hands of developers.
Absolutely. The Qwen team has made a conscious effort to make Qwen 2.5 Max accessible. They've designed their API to be compatible with OpenAI APIs, which are already widely used by developers. This means that even those without deep expertise in AI can potentially integrate Qwen 2.5 Max capabilities into their applications.
So it's like they've created a common language for AI models to communicate, making it easier for developers to build on top of existing tools.
Exactly. This interoperability is crucial for accelerating the development of AI applications by lowering the barriers to entry. It allows more people to experiment, innovate, and discover new possibilities.
That brings us to an interesting point. What are some specific ways developers could utilize Qwen 2.5 Max's API? We talked about chatbots earlier, but what other possibilities are there?
The potential applications are incredibly diverse. Imagine a language learning app that uses Qwen 2.5 Max to provide personalized feedback and adapt to each student's learning style.
That would be amazing. It could revolutionize how we learn languages, making it more engaging and effective.
Or consider the field of content creation. Qwen 2.5 Max's ability to generate human-quality text could be used to create everything from blog posts and articles to marketing copy and even scripts for podcasts like this one.
Yeah, that's a thought-provoking idea.
Sure.
Could Qwen 2.5 Max eventually replace human writer altogether?
I wouldn't say replace. I think it's more about collaboration. AI can assist writers by generating ideas, refining language, and even automating certain tasks. But the human element, creativity, storytelling, and the ability to connect with an audience on an emotional level will always be crucial.
So it's about finding the right balance between human creativity and AI's capabilities.
Precisely. And this applies to many fields. Take, for example, the world of gaming. Qwen 2.5 Max could be used to create more immersive and interactive game experiences with characters that respond realistically to player actions and dialogue that adapts dynamically to the game's narrative.
That would take gaming to a whole new level.
Yeah.
It's exciting to imagine how Qwen 2.5 Max could reshape the entertainment industry as well.
Absolutely. And beyond entertainment, consider its potential in research and scientific discovery. Its ability to process vast amounts of information and identify patterns could be invaluable in fields like drug discovery, climate modeling, or even space exploration.
So Qwen 2.5 Max isn't just about making our lives more convenient or entertaining, it's also about pushing the boundaries of human knowledge.
Exactly. It's a tool that can help us solve some of the world's most pressing challenges and unlock new frontiers of understanding.
That's a powerful thought. As we continue to explore the potential of Qwen 2.5 Max, it's clear that we're just scratching the surface of what's possible.
Indeed, the future of AI is full of exciting possibilities, and Qwen 2.5 Max is leading the charge.
This has been an incredible deep dive so far for our listeners who are eager to learn more about Qwen 2.5 Max and the world of AI. Be sure to visit Raqmedia.com for in-depth articles, analysis, and the latest tech news. Now, back to our discussion. We've talked a lot about the positive potential of Qwen 2.5 Max, but I think it's also important to consider the challenges and potential risks. For example, what steps are being taken to ensure that this technology is used responsibly and ethically?
That's a crucial question. As with any powerful technology, there's always the potential for misuse. Thankfully, the AI community is actively engaged in developing ethical guidelines and best practices for AI development and deployment. The Qwen team themselves have emphasized the importance of responsible AI, and they've taken steps to ensure that Qwen 2.5 Max is used in a way that aligns with human values.
That's reassuring to hear.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on some of those steps? What specific measures are being taken to mitigate potential risks?
One important area is transparency. The Qwen team has been very open about the development process, the data used to train Qwen 2.5 Max, and the benchmarks used to evaluate its performance. This transparency helps build trust and allows the wider AI community to scrutinize and provide feedback.
So it's not just about creating the technology, it's also about open communication and collaboration.
Precisely, another key area is bias mitigation, as we've discussed. AI models can inherit biases from the data they're trained on. The Qwen team is actively working to identify and mitigate potential biases in both the data and the algorithms themselves. This involves carefully selecting training data, using techniques to de-bias the model, and rigorously testing for fairness and accuracy.
It sounds like they're really committed to ensuring that Qwen 2.5 Max is a force for good in the world.
Absolutely. They understand the responsibility that comes with creating such a powerful technology. They're also actively engaged with policymakers and ethicists to ensure that the development of AI aligns with societal values and addresses potential concerns.
That's encouraging. It seems like a lot of thought and effort is going into shaping the future of AI in a positive direction. But beyond these technical and ethical considerations, I'm curious about the human impact of Qwen 2.5 Max. How do you think this technology will change the way we work, learn, and interact with each other?
That's a fascinating question. I believe that AI, at its core, is a tool for augmentation. It has the potential to amplify human capabilities, automate tedious tasks, and unlock new levels of creativity and productivity in the workplace. We might see AI taking on more routine tasks, freeing up humans to focus on strategic thinking, problem solving, and interpersonal interactions.
So instead of replacing jobs, AI could actually create new opportunities and enhance existing ones.
Exactly. In education, AI could personalize learning experiences, provide real-time feedback, and adapt to each student's unique needs and learning style. This could revolutionize how we acquire knowledge and skills, making education more accessible and engaging for everyone.
It sounds like AI could help us unlock our full potential as learners and workers. But what about the social impact? How will AI shape the way we interact with each other?
That's an area where we need to be mindful. While AI can facilitate communication and connect people across geographical boundaries, we need to ensure that it doesn't lead to isolation or a decline in face-to-face interactions. The key is to strike a balance between the convenience and efficiency of AI and the importance of human connection.
So it's about using AI to enhance our relationships, not replace them.
Precisely. AI can be a powerful tool for building stronger communities, fostering empathy, and promoting understanding, but it's up to us to use it wisely and ensure that it serves humanity's best interests.
Well said. It's clear that Qwen 2.5 Max is a transformative technology with the potential to reshape our world in profound ways as we move forward. It's essential that we continue to have these conversations about the ethical, social, and human implications of AI. Before we wrap up part 2 of our deep dive, I want to invite our listeners to join this conversation. Share your thoughts, insights, and questions on our website, Raqmedia.com. We'll be back for the final part of our Qwen 2.5 Max deep dive after a short break. Welcome back to the Raqmedia TechCast. We've spent this episode exploring Qwen 2.5 Max, and it's clear this AI model is a game changer. But what about the team behind it, who are the brilliant minds that brought this powerful AI to life?
Well, the Qwen team is a group of incredibly talented researchers and engineers from Alibaba Cloud. They've been at the forefront of AI research for years, consistently pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It sounds like they have a deep understanding of not only the technical aspects of AI, but also the broader implications.
Oh, absolutely. They've been very vocal about their commitment to responsible AI development, emphasizing the importance of transparency, fairness, and alignment with human values.
I'm curious about their vision for the future. Where do they see Qwen 2.5 Max going from here?
Yeah, well, in their blog post, they hinted at some exciting possibilities for future development. One area they're focusing on is enhancing Qwen 2.5 Max's reasoning and problem-solving abilities.
So even though it's already incredibly intelligent, they're still working to make it even smarter.
Absolutely. They're exploring new techniques to improve its ability to understand complex relationships, draw inferences, and make decisions based on logical reasoning.
That sounds like it could lead to some truly groundbreaking applications. What other areas are they focusing on?
Another key area is personalization. They're working on ways to allow Qwen 2.5 Max to adapt to individual users' preferences and needs. Imagine a world where your AI assistant anticipates your needs, understands your style, and provides tailored support across all aspects of your life.
That would be incredible. It's like having a personal AI companion that knows you better than you know yourself.
Exactly. And beyond personalization, they're also exploring ways to make Qwen 2.5 Max more interactive and engaging. They envision a future where AI can not only assist us with tasks, but also collaborate with us creatively, helping us to generate new ideas, explore different perspectives, and even push the boundaries of art and expression.
That sounds like a future where AI becomes a true partner in human endeavors. It's both exciting and a bit awe-inspiring to think about.
It is, and I think that's the key takeaway from our deep dive into Qwen 2.5 Max. This isn't just about a new piece of technology, it's about a fundamental shift in our relationship with AI. We're moving from a world where AI is a tool to a world where it's a collaborator, a partner, and perhaps even a friend.
That's a profound thought, and it leads us to a final and perhaps most important question. What does all of this mean for the future? What kind of world are we creating with this powerful technology?
That's a question that each of us needs to grapple with. The future is not predetermined. It's shaped by the choices we make today as we embrace the incredible potential of AI. We must also acknowledge the responsibility that comes with it.
We need to ensure that AI is used ethically, responsibly, and in a way that benefits all of humanity.
Exactly. We need to think carefully about the values we embed in our AI systems, the guardrails we put in place, and the conversations we have about its role in society. The future of AI is not just about algorithms and data. It's about human choices, human values, and human dreams.
Well said. And on that note, I think it's time to wrap up our deep dive into Qwen 2.5 Max. It's been a fascinating journey, and I hope our listeners have gained a deeper understanding of this groundbreaking technology and its potential to shape the future. I want to extend a huge thank you to our expert for joining us today and sharing their expertise. And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to the Raqmedia TechCast, your daily stop for all things tech. Be sure to visit us at Raqmedia.com for more in-depth coverage of Qwen 2.5 Max and all the latest tech news and trends. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to subscribe to the Raqmedia TechCast on Spotify for more insightful explorations of the tech world. Great advice. A very special thank you to our scriptwriter, Izzadeen Yahawi, for crafting such a captivating exploration of Qwen 2.5 Max. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.